Hi guys, welcome to our today's tutorial, and in this particular tutorial I am going to show you how to configure thermal printer, that is thermal printer 80mm to be very specific, with Windows 10 computer. This particular computer is running on Windows 10, and how that works with Mozilla and JiPOS at large. So first things first, we ensure our printer is connected to the power source. Our printer is switched on, and the USB of course is already connected to our computer through the USB port. If you're using LAN cable, the same thing, ensure that is connected to the LAN port and any other means or mode of connection you're using. Now we have got the driver which I've already downloaded, that is the POS 80 setup driver, this particular version. This particular driver, you can get it through contacting us via our email support@airsoft-solutions.co.ke, so that you can send you that particular driver. It works best with this particular 80mm thermal printers. So to install the driver, just right click on the driver, accept, that will run. Ensure if you're using USB connection, the USB radio button is checked. If you're using any other mode that is checked, then you just hit install. I've already installed the driver, and I can get to see this in the control panel here, where I can right click on that particular printer that is shown, that is the POS 80. Head to printer properties and of course select the particular printer. Printer test page, just to confirm that our printer is set up and it's working. So fine, I've printed a test page here, which is complete. Now, the next thing to do is to click the preference button and ensure in the layout tab, ensure 72 times 210mm is checked, and head to the cutter tab and ensure this page finish is checked. Head to the drawer tab if you're using a cache drawer and ensure that this particular option is checked, that is the hashtag 1 and 2. Then click OK. Once that is complete, I'll click also OK here to close that. I'll ensure that this particular printer is set as the default printer. And how to do that is just right click on the printer, set as default printer, and I pick that particular printer selection. So that is how to install a thermal printer into a Windows 10 computer. This driver works with Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 10, and Windows 11. So it's compatible with those particular versions of Windows. So I'll close that particular control panel and the driver and head back to JiPOS. So just before I do any transaction in JiPOS or try to sell, I'll of course open a new tab in Firefox. As you can see, we always recommend Firefox as the best browser to configure this particular printer and easily allow things like silent printing. So I'll try to print this particular page by just clicking the right hamburger, then click print. This will give me this particular pop-up, and in this pop-up I'll have to select the printer that I'm using, that is the POS 80, this particular 4. In this particular selection, I'll scroll down. Scrolling down, I'll uncheck print headers and footers. I'll also select the margins and select none, so that at least this particular printout be spread to the edges of this particular printing paper or the thermal roll. And of course you can see the 72 by 210 is already selected here, which is fine. Then I'll just click print. So that is just a test to see how that comes out. And what Mozilla does, it automatically saves that particular configuration you used. Now, if you want to ensure that this particular printouts come without that particular pop-up, or the pop-up comes and automatically is closed, you have to click in the search bar section that is in Mozilla and type about :config. Once that is typed, I select on that, I accept the regs and continue. I'll search in this particular section silent and have these options displayed. So I'm looking for this print always print silent. It allows this particular browser to print without the pop-ups. So I'll select it to be true by just clicking on the icon at the far right. Once that is true, then that is well set. Now, coming back to JiPOS, I'm at the point of sale window or page. I'll try sales 2 items here and then just click sell. What happens? You see that comes out, it pops out, and the printer concurrently prints that immediately, and the system as well logs me out. So first, to confirm the printout is clean, this is an invoice, of course, it has not been paid for, which is very clean, automatically coming out. Then we have got this particular screen, that is the login page for the waiters or any other person who is at the terminal for selling. Now, why does the system log you out automatically whenever you punch in a sale? It's a security feature that we put into the system, at least to ensure that no one logs in and sells using your account by mistake. Remember, in a busy environment, let me say a busy restaurant or a busy shop, we have got people sharing these particular hardware devices to make orders or to make sales. So I want a scenario whereby whenever I'm through with making a sale, I get my printout and the system logs me out so that the next person in line or in queue can come in and log in using their PIN and proceed with the sale. So that is how to connect or install printer driver, connect this particular thermal printer to Windows and of course to Mozilla Firefox, and how JiPOS now utilizes that particular setup. So stay tuned and thank you. Watch our next video on the differences between these particular printers that are in market. We have got some varieties that will show you through. Thank you and subscribe to our channel.